Peace. How's it going, Patrick? Conservative Rap. And in this video, let's talk a little bit about Epstein. I don't like harking on this particular issue as much as many others do. In my mind, it's about saving the children, keeping the children safe, and of course, bringing the corrupt actors to justice. But what I see happening with the material overall is really just gossip, like celebrity gossip. People looking for the juicy detail so they can point the finger at some person and really feel better about them, honestly. So let's talk a little bit about how Trump set them up, right? The Dems have been pushing for the last little bit about the Epstein files. You have AOC, Crockett, many others. Within their own civil war, remember there's a push to get the old guard out. The quote-unquote moderate Dems are being pushed by the radical socialists to rebrand the party. Once the far left gets in, they push like the policies are just going to destroy themselves. The American populace is not going to go for them. Trump knows this, and ultimately the D's are going to end up eating themselves. So let's take a look at some quick posts. This is on Truth Social by Trump. The Harvard Crimson. As Summers sought clandestine relationship with women he called a mentee, Epstein was his wingman. When former Harvard president Lawrence Summers was pursuing a romantic relationship with a woman he described as a mentee, he turned to longtime associate for guidance, convicted sex offender Jeffrey E. Epstein. And this was recently published. We can take a quick look. This is the full article here going into that. Similarly, you may see some recent postings about Hakeem Jeffries. Hakeem Jeffries refuses to admit that his team sought money from Jeffrey Epstein post-conviction. Documents I subpoenaed from the Epstein estate clearly shows that they want Epstein cash to build a Democrat majority. But now he's calling me a liar. And this gets into the full-scale article. Lastly, Trump, again on Truth Social, I think lays it bare, and I agree with this sentiment. Jeffrey Epstein, who was caught by Trump Justice Department in 2019, not the Democrats, was a lifelong Democrat, donated thousands of dollars to Democrat politicians, and was deeply associated with many well-known Democrat figures, such as Bill Clinton, who traveled on his plane 26 times, Larry Summers, who just resigned from many boards, including Harvard, sleazebag political activist Reid Hoffman, Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, who asked Epstein to donate to his campaign after Epstein was charged, Democrat Congresswoman Plaskett, and many more. Perhaps the truth about these Democrats and their associations with Jeffrey Epstein will soon be revealed because I've just signed the bill to release his files. As everyone knows, I asked Speaker of the House Mike Johnson and Senate Majority Leader John Thune to pass this bill in the House and Senate, respectively. Because of this request, the votes were almost unanimous in favor of passage. At my direction, the department, and just time out, it's beautiful 4D chess, because as he investigates further, all he has to say is, well, listen, this is what you guys push for. It's the maneuvering is excellent, in my opinion. At my direction, the Department of Justice has already turned over close to 50,000 pages of documents to Congress. Don't forget, the Biden administration didn't turn over a single file or page related to Democrat Epstein, nor did they ever even speak about him. Democrats have used the Epstein issue, which affects them far more than the Republican Party, in order to try to distract from our amazing victories, including the great, big, beautiful tax cut bill, strong borders, no men and women's sports, or transgender for everyone, ending DEI, stopping Biden's record-setting inflation, lowering prices, biggest tax and regulation cuts in history, ending 8 wars, rebuilding our military, knocking out Iran's nuclear capability, getting trillions of dollars invested in the USA, creating the hottest country anywhere in the world, and even delivering a huge defeat to the Democrats on the recent shutdown disaster. For many years, our great nation has had to endure Russia, 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 Ukraine, 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 impeachment hoax number 1, impeachment hoax number 2, and many other Democrat-created witch hunts and scams, all of which have been so terribly and divisive for our country, and have done nothing but confuse, deflect, and distract from the great job that Republicans and the Trump administration are doing. The latest hoax will backfire. Listen to this. The latest hoax will backfire on the Democrats just as all of the rest have. Thank you for your attention on this matter. Make America great again. And he's absolutely right. You may have seen the recent clip with Plaskett, and she's trying to defend herself and her like live texting with Epstein as they were going through the last set of anti-Trump derangement syndrome based congressional hearings. When they go after Trump, what they're really doing is projecting their own crimes. And remember, the executive orders that Trump is putting into place can be undone. What we really need is the midterms to make these changes permanent. And with the context that's going to be set, with the reputation the Democrat Party is going to have for the trafficking of children, the horrible crimes, and these Epstein connections, it's only a matter before the tide really turns and people finally begin to wake up, including the normies that you've been wrestling with over these last few years. Remember, Trump is a tactician. He didn't go into this to lose. And just like they went after his taxes, he said, oh, listen, I'm under audit. And he held off on that. Then he had a Supreme Court ruling that'll allow him to investigate their own finances. You're going to see the grand chess of all this coming together in one magnificent sort of swan dance, effectively, politically. What do you think? Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, share, and check me out at ConservativeRap.com for more. Thanks and take care.